everyone. Welcome to the playoff stage of the Geoguessr Reddit League. My name is Atomo, and I'm joined by Calamity. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, we finished the regular season, and we are on those promotion relegation battles. And here in Division 1, we don't have promotion battles, of course. We've got playoffs for the championship. But today, our first matchup, we're at the other end of the table in the relegation fight between Geography Challenges and Chicago Geographer, trying to stay up in Division 1 after what I think both of them will think of as kind of so-so or lackluster seasons. Isn't that right, Calamity?
Yeah, they've come from a bit of a different place. GC won the first 3 games of the season and then just kept dropping down the table, only picking up 5 points in the following 6 games. And Chicago has been down there for most of the season, but he's done enough to hold on to that relegation decider spot rather than getting directly relegated. But yeah, in terms of the rest of their stats, they're all relatively close. Chicago with a bit of a better best game, a few more aces, but the rest is negligible in terms of difference.
Yeah, indeed. And Chicago was promoted from Division 2 last season, so he'll be looking to stop being relegated back down and having to go back and forth every time. If he can stay up in Division 1, he'll be very happy with himself. Geography, though, pretty stable last season in Division 1, so he'll be looking to be able to be there for his third season next year. So let's take a look at the map they'll be facing off on. It's created by Roland Hill, an average score of 14,500 points, played just over 10,000 times with over 80,000 locations. Locations are evenly distributed between all the different countries as well as rural and urban areas, and an attempt has been made to remove all the blurry and photospheres the best you can possibly do. So Calamity, who do you fancy on this world map between these two?
I have no idea. I think they're pretty evenly matched. Depend a lot on the locations we get. I sound like a broken record here, but that's just how it is usually. It depends on where you get placed, a bit on your form on the day, how you're feeling, as well as if maybe you know already how your opponent played, that might influence you as well. But in general, just based on their past performance, I'd say they're relatively equal. They did... Wait, let me just quickly check. Yeah, they faced each other in round 4 this season, which was Kyrgyzstan, where GC just didn't really practice a lot, and Chicago almost got a perfect score. But that shouldn't really tell you anything about how a world map's going to go. So we'll just have to watch and see.
Yeah, Chicago there with a few more aces and a very good best game, which might mean he can do that pinpointing very well. But Geography over the course of the season has been a little bit more consistent and putting up a better scores in those countries. So that knowledge could definitely help him out if any of those places pop back up in this world map. But like you said, it's anybody's game, and that's why we're here, to see how it goes. So we will jump into it and see how they do.
Yeah, something I've mentioned as well, I think, in the show, was that the 3 world maps that have been played so far in Division 1 were all very close between the 2 of them. Never really more than 500 points between them.
So it looks like we have the U.S. state, both of them zooming in very quickly to Alaska.
Yeah, I can't actually read the sign that GC's looking at. I know it says cities with kilometers. Oh, yes, Homer, okay.
Seward and Homer. He's got some distances in cities. Chicago also not too far off of that. I think he did see the same sign, but he didn't pause on it very long.
I don't think he did, actually. They're walking
he's going opposite direction.
Ways. Yeah.
And he did see a different sign then. Oh, and he's going to go back to the start and head south. Nope, turn around and go north again. Okay, well, so much for that. So Virgin Creek, lots of names and signs. Nice thing about America. Well labeled.
Well labeled with information of limited use.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he just went back there because he already knew like roughly where we are, so he wanted to pinpoint.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he knows that road, that stretch, that park. It's all good. Geography, though, still trying to figure it out. Looks like he's a little bit.
No, he's got it.
Oh, yeah,
Seen
he's in
that.
the same place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Took me a while to realize that he had it, but he does indeed have it. With a whole minute left, they got plenty of time to try to work on this pinpointing to be as accurate as possible. Ace is more important than ever because there are no draws in this battle, so every point matters. So even if you lose by a single point, you do lose. So
Chicago doesn't seem overly confident about where he is.
no, he is checking other places.
Yeah. So I'm assuming he just based his guess on, well, looks like Alaska. Let's search for like a bay or something of the sort. But that should be it, where he's looking at now.
Yeah, he will move his marker.
Yeah. Okay.
Almost an identical spot to geography, so either of them drop points. They'll drop equal amounts, it appears, or they'll both get an ace. We'll see in about 10 seconds. Looking at that pawn, geography, thank you for that. We're going to judge that a little bit. The end of that stream is where they're both looking, and they will both get, an ace in that first round.
Yep.
So very nice.
A pretty easy round.
Yeah, lots of good signs. The bend in the river, certainly helpful. So, okay, well, let's just jump right in to round number 2. There's a bit of a break in between these, so let me do a little bit of production here. There we go. And another snowy location.
Not Alaska this time.
Not Alaska, though. Probably Europe.
See, Chicago just immediately threw it somewhere into Scandinavia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that
sure
should
enough,
tell. GC, we're in Finland.
Yeah. You can see geography is really trying to get as many actions per minute as he can get. Geography a little bit more methodical.
You just said geography twice, I think.
Did I? I thought I said Chicago the first time, but
I don't think you did.
yeah, GC and CG. The fun matchup of the season for casters. So.
Yeah, they're both going the same way now.
There we go. One of them won't be in Division 1 next year, so they won't play each other. So I can at least breathe a sigh of relief for that, but it'll be a shame to lose either one of them from Division 1.
Finland can be quite annoying. There's lots of rural areas where there's no helpful signs whatsoever.
Does appear to be one of those so far. A minute and a half left to go.
They're probably gonna have to... Well, they're looking for either a sign with bigger town / city names and kilometers on them, or a road number. Either of them
Looks
would
like
help.
Geography is having a bit of trouble with his internet for a second, trying to move along the road. He had to actually click the arrows. Had a black screen for a second, but maybe it's not his movement speed that's being slow. Maybe it's his internet that's giving a bit of trouble here in this relegation fight.
Yeah, possibly.
Some town names and well, maybe not town. Yeah, very small village names rather.
I'm not sure. That might have been a village name. It might have also been a river name.
True. Could be it. Yeah, it looks like he is a little frustrated with his movement on this location. 30 seconds left. Hopefully it doesn't cost him too much.
He's not gonna find any more signs.
Yeah, I think Chicago's traveled further on the road. Hasn't seen anything. Oh, with the just 20 seconds left. There's a bit of a sign. And, oh, he got one, but a different one.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Talk about leaving it to the last second to find anything, and now they've got to move.
Problem is, road numbers in Finland aren't nice.
Yeah, they're not nice at all. And time will run out on them. It'll be pretty much who's a bit luckier. They did both put their markers somewhere in the middle of the country. Looks like Chicago a bit more lucky with his placement location, 4,326 to Geography's 4,079. Yeah, so all the good information there, Calamity, at the very far reaches, given that time limit.
I was actually like pretty close to the south, as you see there. Like GC went back to the start and then headed south for about 15 seconds at the end and found that sign. But since they both went north at the start, well, at least it's fair. They both didn't see much.
Yeah, so gives Chicago a bit of an edge going into round number 3 here. 9,326 points to 9,079 points. Not even 200 points, so definitely still competitive.
It's more than 200 points.
It's more than?
More than 200, yeah?
Oh, yeah, more than 200. 200 and something points. Appears to be Eastern Europe. If not Russia.
Yeah. If
Dead
not
end.
Russia. They're both, well, GC is going to see that dead end as well, probably here.
Yeah.
Or is that a different way?
A different dead end, I think, for him.
Yeah.
Stuck in this little weird village you got to work your way out of. There's a dead end.
There is a way out of that village. I think GC might have found... Nope, that's not the way, I think. Nope, that leads back into town.
I made a big loop.
He was close to making his way out of there.
So it may come down to who can get out.
Yeah, I think GC's got it now. I think that might be the right way.
Yeah, it appears to be the paved road out of Dodge. Give him a chance. Chicago, though, frustrated, trying to get out of here. Gonna go back to the start, try again.
It's always the worst because you're never really sure which ways you've already tried.
Yeah, for sure.
But there we go.
He's got it. And there's some roads with some cities and distances. That'll be helpful. Should confirm we are in Russia. Geography challenges trying to figure out which way is the best way to go.
I would say neither.
Yeah, with that pause, Chicago will also catch up. See the same sign.
Yeah, I would say the best thing to do is look for the cities.
Yeah, given there's only about 40 seconds left, may very well be the case.
40 seconds might not be enough. They're both looking in a completely wrong area. So unless they move somewhere, Chicago is moving closer, but no,
It's still not close enough. DC will drop his pin a little bit further. Oh no, Chicago goes over there. That would have been really bad. Their pins are again very similar places, just hedging their bets.
Yeah, good last
adjustment by Chicago. But I think, Geography challenges a little bit better with his guess. 3,488 points for him, 2,903 points for Chicago. So that'll wipe off any deficit GC had going around and give him the advantage now. So a little bit back and forth here, courtesy of Russia, Calamity.
Yeah, both of them struggle a lot getting outside of that town. I think like if you have no idea in which area of Russia those towns are, it's pretty difficult to find them within less than a minute.
Yeah, so maybe you have to be a little bit more familiar with Russia, which is not the easiest thing to do in GeoGuessr.
Yeah.
But as we get into round number 4, GC does have the lead. We appear to be in maybe South America. So quite the world tour in this seed for Division 1.
Yep. Chicago's seen a sign that probably tells him at least that we're in Brazil, but there's an error code.
And 47.
The 40s are in Santa Catarina, which Chicago doesn't quite seem to remember.
Yeah, and Geographer Challenges does catch an area code as well as a top level domain, so he'll know where we are as well. On that, they're going to be searching for some more information. Road names not abundant in Brazil. So,
Well, they're not that bad depending on the city, but
yeah. Some of the cities can actually be pretty nice because they have the city name on them, but some are not as nice. So Chicago does have some street names as well as lots of good information. If you can put it to use here. The minute and a half left to go. But Geography probably finding the best sign so far there.
I would disagree and say the phone numbers are probably better, but
yeah, I mean the phone numbers give you maybe the state, but those city names for Chicago are actually really good.
Knowing the location, they're not really good. I think those are suburbs of the city they're in. Neither of them have seen the city name yet, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Those look like cities that Chicago's looking at, but maybe I was looking too fast.
Just in the completely wrong place. Yeah, it's almost worse thinking you know where an area code is and only searching that area rather than just not knowing at all.
Happened to me the other day in Poland. I thought I found the area, but I spelled the town name wrong. So, one letter difference. So I would spend all my time looking around something that wasn't where we actually were, and it cost me a couple 100 points. So, only 10 seconds left. Both of these players leaving it till very late. No pinpointing going to happen in this round. Only 10 seconds left.
I'm still not sure if GC actually saw an area code. I know he's seen a couple phone numbers, but I don't think either of them had an area code.
Thought towards the very beginning he did, but either way, a bit lucky there. For him, a GC, Chicago, with the very last second adjustment, moves himself very close compared to where he was.
Did you see what he saw that moved him closer? Because I was looking at GC's screen.
I did as well. I was
Can you maybe
confirm if he'd seen
rewind
maybe,
by like 15 seconds to just watch that again? Let's see.
I don't know what. Maybe that phone number clicked for him, or
yeah, possible.
Because he's way up there, and then he just
I think that's it.
Just clicks. Well, he originally had his pin in that location to begin with. He moved it further away, and then maybe not finding anything, decided just to go back to his initial guess, and getting a bit lucky with his placement there. It's 100 kilometers away, but still pretty nice in Brazil. Anyways, 4,688 points for him. 4,472 for Geography, who was in the right area the entire time, but ends up being further away at the end, thanks to that last second adjustment. So that we'll have to actually go back. We're pretty close going into the final round, leaving it all late. Both of these players.
About 100 points between the two of them.
Yeah. As we get into round number 5, the last points, barely 100 points between them. Actually, more than that, 122.
Yep.
There we go. I can do math.
Occasionally.
Occasionally, on a good day, when I've had my cup of tea and, I'm American sportcasters, right? Well, he's really good if it's, above 50 degrees and the humidity is above 80% and it's a Tuesday. So. But some pretty good science at the beginning here, anyways. So if one of these guys can pinpoint, they're gonna take the game. But so far, neither of them haven't been able to do that. So
yeah, Chicago just found San Pedro York, and Chiclayo.
Yeah, and Chicago will find some city names as well.
Yeah. Depends if he's just gonna look for it in that sort of zoom level over the whole country. I'm not sure if he'll be able to find them. He might do.
He might get lucky. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, okay.
He does, in fact. See them?
Yeah,
they are to the north, so he's a bit south.
Yeah. When I played that round, I relatively quickly found a sign that pointed me towards a beach, which made my search area quite a bit smaller and made it pretty easy to find San Pedro.
Just skimming along the ocean.
Well, but
might be one of their best rounds yet, at least for GC.
Yeah, with
finishing
him
on a very strong note. Yeah.
He's pretty much pinpointed the location now, which means that, it's GG.
Yeah, not enough room in that for Chicago to come back, but very, very close, back and forth until the very end. And with a little wiggle of his mouse, GC will show us that he knows where we are.
Chicago's got it as well, but pinpointing there won't get you 100 points.
Yeah. Gotta be further away than that. There we go. 30 seconds left. Geography doing a little bit of a victory lap. Just double, triple checking everything, making sure he leaves no room for error. And Chicago actually seems to be a bit far off, guessing the wrong road with 15 seconds left.
Yeah, you should go back to the start and realize he's on a north-south road.
Yeah.
Go on. 2 seconds.
Again, last second click will do it for him. And they will both finish on a high note, on an ace. But that means that narrow victory for GC there, getting that slim advantage in round 4. Yeah, so a very close match, Calamity, as we probably should have expected from these two Division 1 players on a world map. But actually fewer aces in pinpointing than I would have thought.
Yeah, there were some rounds that weren't that easy to pinpoint. Let me just quickly look at how I performed that. I think I managed to pinpoint 2 or 3 of them. I pinpointed Alaska and Russia and got 1 point away in Peru. But there were some locations like Brazil that I couldn't find a city name anywhere, and I think neither could they. So unless you know exactly where 47 is and don't just know the 40s, that was a pretty hard round to get the city. And Finland as well, you saw. Always hard to pinpoint rural Finland.
Yeah, very challenging seed indeed. Russia with a village you got to navigate out of. Rural Finland, Alaska is probably not as hard as you might think it is because of how unique of a location it can be. It's America, not America, right? And then Peru right on the coast might have been a little bit of a challenge, but probably one of the easiest rounds, especially in terms of points for these two, given the fact that we're so close to the ocean and a major city not too far away. Yeah, well, congratulations, GC, on your relegation win. You'll be in Division 1 next season. We'll be looking forward to you putting up some hopefully better scores next time. And for Chicago, back down to Division 2. He's a bit of an elevator player forming here for him. So hopefully he can probably jump back to Division 1. He has proved himself before. So maybe Calamity will try to give him a run for his money, though, given the fact that you're in Division 2 next season.
Yeah, certainly won't be easy matches.
Yeah.
I just hope.
Thank you all for watching.
I just hope I don't have to play another American on a US state map.
Yeah, that's not what you want. Well, now, thank you everyone for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more of this content. We've got one or two more matches to bring you in this round, and we're going to really try our best to get you the final next week in Division 1 so you can watch that, how that battle unfolds. But yeah, even after the Reddit League season is over, don't worry, we're going to have lots of interviews and other shows to bring you, kind of wrapping up the season and bringing it all to an end. So we'll see you in those. Take care.
Bye.